our beloved viewers. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. The head of state rewards the winners of 2024 edition of the Holy Quran Memorization Competition. The Arab League criticized Israeli after the death of 6 humanitarian workers. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom in a ceremony which took place yesterday evening at the private residence of Hormuz. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, honored the winners of a 2024 edition of the Regional Holy Quran Reading Competition initiated in 2000 under the aegis of the President of the Republic. This regional competition, which is held every year in Djibouti during the blessment of Ramadan, aims to promote the art of recitations and memorization of the Holy Quran among regional youth. This competition opened the young people from across the region, highlighted their ability to recite the sacred verses of the Holy Quran with ease, masteries, and elegance. The award ceremony was honored by the President of the Republic in the presence of the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, as well as numerous senior officials, including the Minister of Muslims Affairs and Waqf, Mr. Mumin Hassan Barre, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Mohammed Ali Yusuf. This evening, once again, demonstrate the importance given to the promotion of values of peace, tolerance, and knowledge in the region through the competitions and the merits of young people who perpetuate the thousands years old traditional reciting the Holy Quran. In his speech delivered on this occasion, the Director of Muslims Affairs indicated that the first winners of the 24 edition of the regional competition for memorization of the Holy Quran were received by the President of the Republic. As in previous years, he said, this competition is organized by the Ministry of Muslim Affairs during the month of Ramadan to encourage young people and to memorize the Holy Quran, he concluded. A delegation representing the African continent free trade areas was received this morning by the Minister of Trade and Tourism as part of a meeting aimed at strengthening trade regional salespeople. The meeting was an opportunity for the delegation representative to discuss the progress made in implementation of the Continental Trade Agreement and explore additional opportunities and in the file of economic cooperation between members countries. The Minister of Trade and Tourism expressed his commitment to fully support the objective of this delegation and to work closely with the regional partners to stimulate intra-African trade and promote the economic development. Both parties agreed to continue their dialogue and collaboration to benefit of the African free trade zone areas. Indeed, the delegation subsequently met the president of the port and free zones authorities, Mr. Abubakar Umar Hadi, at the Hotel Escal in Djibouti in the presence of Minister of Trade and Tourism, but also the Secretary General of the Department of the Minister of Trade and Tourism. This meeting highlighted the strategy's importance of Djibouti in the context of trade, regional and international areas. The discussion were focused on importance and opportunities for the collaboration between the delegation and Djiboutian Free Trade Zone, but also in order to strengthen the effectiveness of port infrastructure and free zones in promoting intra-African trade. This meeting marks an important step in strengthening the ties between the delegation and also the free trade, but also the Minister of Trade and Tourism, as well as in the consolidation of regional cooperation with a view to promote growth, economic, and sustainable development in Africa. To correct the extraordinary and plenipotentiary ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mr. Dia Al-Din Said Bamakrama, was received the uh, diplomatic credit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia by His Royal Highness Prince Faisal bin Bandar bin Abdulaziz, Emir of Riyadh region, in the presence of the Royal Highness of Prince Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman, Vice Emir of Riyadh region. Ambassador Dia Al-Din Bamakrama presented the best wishes to the Prince for the month blessed of Ramadan. In turn, the Emir of Riyadh and the Vice Emir thanked Mr. Dia Al-Din Bamakrama for the diplomatic corps and request to convey the greeting of a servant of the two holy places kingdom, Salman bin Abdulaziz, the Prime Minister, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, as well as their own greeting to the diplomatic corps and leaders around the world. Indeed, in the lively neighborhood of the town of Balbala, the excitement of the Ramadan tournament was at its peak as the competition entered in decisive phase as the days count down at the end of Ramadan tournament and grows as the team get closer to the to finish line, and each match becomes as spectacles for full of suspense and emotion. The players surprise on file to achieve victory for the spectators. It is an opportunity to fully experience sporting performance and to fervently support their team it is important to emphasize that this Ramadan football tournament goes far beyond the simple issues of results. Under the leadership of the Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hibo Momin Assoui, the Youth Association of Dudu Balala brightly organized the first edition of its Ramadan tournament in the locality. Less than 12 local teams participated in this event, illustrating the enthusiasm of the community for sport practice and development young people. The long-awaited final of this tournament was marked by an electrifying atmosphere and festive, bringing together residents of the locality as well as eminent figures of the region of Ali Sabir. Among the personalities present were the region's deputy, Mr. Abdi Khairi, the second prefect of Ali Sabih region, Mr. Umar Idris, and the head of the village, accompanied by other guests and elected officials from the region. At the end of the intense ceremony, the match, the team with the triumph by winning the final of Ramadan tournament. As part of the project to strengthen community engagement in the fight against malnutrition, the NGO's the Peace and Milk, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, has organized on Tuesday a workshop to report on activities and results in 15 localities in southern region. the event was held in the presence of Regional Council conference room. At the meeting, the notable personalities were present, such as the Deputy Prefect, Mr. Saeed Waberi Assoui, the President of Ali Sabih Regional Council, Mr. Sharmaka Hassan Alali, the General Director of the region, and also the president of the NGOs Peace and Milk, Mr. Osman Bouh. As part of this project, 15 volunteers from the NGOs Peace and Milk were selected and trained in mobilization technique, communication, in protections against exploitations and sexual abuse, but also to the nutrition in 13 target localities, the village in the Al Sabih region in Dakhil, the Minister of Health and the NGOs Peace and Milk have put in place an effective system making it possible to support each person detected as being in a situation of malnutrition, from the identification referred to the health facilities closer. Finally, the software for ideas and data's collection, but also the dimensions of result was developed and implement the place guaranteeing the sustainable and also the data collected from this ceremony. Following a series of complaints from the population concerning the act of extortions, particularly violent investigators from Humbuli brigades and made the gang criminal operating in the region for several months report the victims have flooded into Humbuli brigades, reporting of extortions committed using the blade weapon by individuals traveling into a motorcycle. These criminals mainly target to steal their phones and other properties, treating them their weapons. What said this incident as a part is that the stolen goods were quickly resolved to the finance and purchase of illicit substance, thereby following the dangerous cybercrime and drug addictions faced with this growing threat. The gendarmeries of Humbuli Brigade have undertaken in-depth the investigations to identify alleged members. These are organized for leading to arrests and 8 members of this band. It should be noted that most of them were already known to judicial authorities for similar offensive victims. And now for the international scenes, a representative of the Arab League met urgently in Cairo yesterday to discuss the war in Gaza and the humanitarian crisis in the region. This meeting comes after Israeli airstrike on workers humanitarian delivering food to Gaza have killed at least 7 people and has lost their prompt several clarities to suspend food deliveries to Palestinian on verges and also on of a famine. Israeli forces repeatedly hit the ambulance and vehicles transporting aids, as well as office of humanitarian organization and shelters. The UN claiming that army fighters were there. More than 32,000 Palestinians have been killed in the war, about two-thirds of them being women and children. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening.